Hi, everyone. Welcome to Business is Politics. Joseph Lavoie here. And this week we continue our series on electoral maps. And today, Jason Craig, Hunter Nifton, and I talk about the need to get super hyper with your targeting, looking at house by house, poll by poll, but also the challenges that creates and the challenges that we have now as campaigners in a hyper digitally connected world when offline activity is what matters most and is most persuasive, the challenges we have in operating in that environment. Take a listen.
It's incredibly hard to have those mass, canvassing events and those days of actions where you can blanket communities. So now you have to be super hyper targeted on polls, on neighborhoods, on specific houses in neighborhoods, because you just have to be more efficient with your GOTV to move the needle. And that's it's similar to a digital or an advocacy campaign a company would run, right? Like, being able to look at that electoral map and understand that this half of a riding votes one way and this half of a riding votes another way, and you want to move the needle with said group, you can, hyper target it even more so. So as these tools get better and more advanced, and our data collection gets better, that hyper targeting of message and voice is going to be even more and more.
Yeah, it also almost seems though in some ways they're saying the data is, or the technology is giving us the data to become super precise, very sophisticated, but so much of what's going to actually sway this election, and I think is going to be true of elections to come, is going to be the ability to apply some old school, old world tactics. If you are able to have actual conversations with people in person, and you do that a lot better and more efficiently than the other side, then you have a better chance of winning this thing. And it's counterintuitive because increasingly you knock on a door, not everyone wants to answer it, or they'd rather pull up their smartphone, load up their home security system and look at who that stranger is on the door. And if they have any sense that it's a political candidate, it's like, nope, not answering the door. It feels like while the technology has advanced so much for us as campaigners, the ability to be effective actually has become extremely challenging with what we know works. And we know that face-to-face much better.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to figure out like a new way to campaign almost. Like it's funny when you look at federal polls, people have a huge desire for change, but then when there's a question about do you want an election now, the numbers are not necessarily as high as the desire for change and the desire that people want a new prime minister because they don't want people showing up at their doors and all the advertising and texts and emails and stuff that people come to associate with campaigns. So to your point, it is time to a new way to get people into politics and not turn them off of it.